Hey, it's Joey for Digital DJ Tips. Right now, taking a look at the Pioneer DJ PLX-500 turntable. It's an entry-level deck that distills the essentials of the flagship PLX-1000, which is also from Pioneer DJ. Now, this is a home-use deck that's more for casual listening, ripping your vinyl collection over onto your laptop, and for practicing in your bedroom DJ studio. And you're going to find out later why. So in this video, we're going to do two things. First up, I'm going to give you a features talkthrough of the PLX-500, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this turntable. Let's go. The PLX-500 is an entry-level DJ turntable. It looks like the PLX-1000, but it has an all-plastic build, though the platter and tone arm are made of metal. It's got an on and off switch, start-stop button, 3-speed selector for 33, 45, and 78 RPM, a pop-up target light, and a pitch fader that has a ±8% range. Round the back is a USB jack, phono line output switch in case you want to plug it into a stereo system that doesn't have a phono input, a pair of RCA jacks, as well as a power socket. I tried out the PLX-500 for DJing with actual vinyl. I found the pitch fader to be responsive, allowing me to do pitch bends. I noticed, however, that the motor on it wasn't as powerful as the PLX-1000, so startup times were slower. When I scratch, I had to do so with a lighter touch as well to prevent the platter from slowing down unnecessarily. Kinda took some getting used to. The body of the unit is made of hard plastic and is quite hollow. Because of that, tapping on the face of the unit and even slight nudges can introduce some noise, which isn't a good thing in gig situations. If you're at home, you can minimize bumps and accidents, sure, but those things are almost unavoidable in a public DJ booth. Besides, the plastic build also picks up vibrations more easily. So if you were to place this on a desk near a PA, monitor loudspeaker, or a subwoofer, that could lead to the needle vibrating out of the record groove. Alright, so what are my thoughts on this turntable? Well, if you're going to be using it casually or for leisure use, like you're going to be listening to music at home, you've got some records that you want to play back for your friends and your family, or maybe you even want to rip your existing vinyl collection over onto Rekordbox, then it's great for that. It is pretty decent, it sounds good, and it's kind of overspecified for that use case scenario. However, let's get serious. I mean, you're not going to be buying a DJ turntable in order to just listen to vinyl. You're going to want to actually DJ on it, right? And in this use case scenario, the PLX-500 gets a little bit iffy. For instance, even though it's a direct drive turntable, the motor just isn't as powerful as an industry standard turntable. The PLX-1000, for example, goes from 0 to full speed at just 0.3 seconds. That's pretty fast. The PLX-500, on the other hand, takes anywhere up to 1 second to achieve that speed. Now, it may not sound like a big deal, but that means that when you're scratching and you let go of the record, you're gonna have to nudge the record just a little bit more than you would if you were spinning on, say, the PLX-1000 or the Technics 1200. Another thing to consider is that the PLX-500 is made predominantly of a hard plastic. It's not as solid as the metal construction of the PLX-1000. What that means is it's more susceptible to picking up vibrations that may cause your needle to skip, such as when you accidentally bump the turntable, which kind of happens when you're scratching or when you're just not careful, or if you take it to the gig and the DJ booth happens to be very near a bass bin or a loudspeaker and picks up all of the low-end vibrations that can also cause the needle to skip. Not good. But it's not all doom and gloom for the PLX-500. As a beginner turntable, it has everything you need to get started. It has slip mats, it has a cartridge and a head shell, it has a 45 adapter, and it even comes with its own dust cover that you can use to protect the PLX-500 when not in use, and you can just open it up, and it comes with a little stand that you can place on it so you can display the album art of whatever vinyl record it is that you're playing. Also, it's miles better compared to using a belt drive turntable, and those are the types of turntables that many a great DJ cut their teeth on back in the day. So the PLX-500 is just so much better than that. And lastly, for learning how to beat match using vinyl or DVS, it's actually pretty decent. The pitch fader is responsive. You can use it to make quick pitch bends, or you can drag your finger along the platter to slow it down, or you can twist the spindle in order to speed it up just a little bit. Again, just be very careful, be a little bit more light-handed because, again, the motor doesn't provide as much torque as the PLX-1000 or Technics 1200. But that's to be expected. It is an entry-level turntable. Now again, it's not the best turntable for scratching because of the motor and the build quality, but having said that, you can scratch on it. Just be a little bit more light-handed. Pro DJs, intermediate and advanced DJs will be able to adjust to this. Beginners may be a little bit frustrated getting into it, so that is a caveat. If you're looking for a pair of turntables to take to your DJ gigs, I would not recommend the PLX-500 because of its plastic build quality. It's just not as solid as the PLX-1000. If you want, you could just save up more cash so you could get a pair of those turntables or even buy a used pair of Technics 1200s. But if you're looking for a pair of turntables to use at home, maybe you want to learn how to beat match using DVS or vinyl, or you want to do a little bit of scratching, the PLX-500 could be an option on your short list, but there are also other models that you can look at, such as the Reloop RP7000 or the Stanton ST150. Granted, they're a little bit more expensive than the PLX-500, but the quality is a really huge step up compared to this. So that's it for my review of the Pioneer DJ PLX-500. I've got a full in-depth review of it over at the Digital DJ Tips website. The link is in the description box below. Hit the thumbs up icon if you like this video and hit that subscriber button if you are not a subscriber yet. My name is Joey. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you next time.